I am back. Doing some more trails. I'll turn my audio up, actually. I haven't done this in a while, so I actually don't remember specifically. Why does it have that many autosave slots? I have no... Like, I really wish there was like 1 or 2 of them, but not like 4, Jesus. Alright, we're going, Golden Sun, Silver Moon. Oh, right, I remember. We're on the part where... yeah, I remember. That just happened. We're gonna go out and do our police stuff or something. Our support requests. That is not what the button that I wanted to push. There we go. God, I don't know, like, how to do this one. Like, I don't think I'm gonna end up doing that one again. Reported to the chief, they promised to keep it better maintained, prevent the issue again, so we did that. Got back to Crosswell City. Fran called us to tell us about the client who was looking specifically for the SSS. It sounds serious. We'll return to the SSS and speak to the client in person. Let's head there now. Alright. So we're about to get our next big plot. Not really plot, but story beat is more like it, I guess. Oh! Seems she's already here. Oh? Oh! I'm so sorry. The front door wasn't locked, so I let myself in. I hope that was okay. Oh, don't worry about it. We already knew you were coming. Over to the special support section. You're the client we were told about, right? My name is Rishia Mao. Thank you for taking the time to meet with me. Whoa. Oh, hell yes! He's so slender, yet so front-loaded. Oh my god. Do you have to make your ogling so obvious? Lloyd? Huh? Right. Why don't you take a seat, Miss Mao? What was it you wanted to talk with us about? A threat letter? Yes, it arrived exactly 1 week ago. A letter came in for Ilya with no return address. Oh, sorry, Ilya Plotier. Ilya Plotier is Arkanseal's start player, the fervent dancer. She's only the continent-renowned performer who's taken the world of dance by storm. Randy, you lucky dog. Who would have thought we'd get a request involving Ilya freaking Plotier? I know you were excited, Randy, but please try to control yourself. I mean, I know who she is, given she's a celebrity and all, but why would anyone send her a threat letter? She keeps claiming it's just a dumb prank, but I'm not so sure. Something about it just seems too strange to me. I asked the troop leader about it, and he advised me to contact the police. Who's in possession of the threat letter now? Well, Ilya still has it, actually. She was about to throw it away, but I convinced her not to. Good thinking. We'll have to ask her if we can look at it. By the way, Miss Mao, I'm assuming you must be related to Arkanseal in some way. Oh, yes. I'm one of the other performers. I'm just a beginner, though. Nothing compared to Ilya herself. Wait a damn minute. What's your problem, Randy? Your face. I saw in the front page feature about Arkanseal's new show. You're the one playing the Moon Princess, the co-star to Ilya's Sun Princess. The highly anticipated up-and-comer personally recruited by Ilya herself, Rishia Mel. No, I wouldn't say all that. All I do is stumble around and get in the other's way. Truth be told, I'm still not sure if I'm ready for my debut. No need to be so modest, Miss Mao. Being recruited by Arkansas is an incredible accomplishment. You should be proud. Oh, thank you. Well, all that certainly answers my question. But back to the matter at hand. From what I can gather, it seems Ilya herself isn't especially keen on getting our help, right? Right. She said she'd rather focus on perfecting the show, so she doesn't want any outsiders coming in. Specifically, she told me that getting the police involved was out of the question. Well then, in that case, it seems we have no role to play in this matter. But aren't you the special support section? Based on what I read in the magazines, it seemed that like you were more approachable than the rest of the CPD. I think if it's you four, Ilya will be more willing to let you investigate the issue. I don't know. I wouldn't normally suggest this, but have you asked the Bracer Guild for help? Since Ilya's a civilian, perhaps they could work as bodyguards for the time being. Well, there's a small problem with that. You know as well as I do how popular the Bracer Guild is in Crossbell. It'd be far too conspicuous if bracers were constantly coming in and out of the theater. Rumors would spread. So with that in mind, I thought people wouldn't really notice if it were you guys, so... She just accidentally insulted us. Oh, that's funny. Oh, I'm sorry. That sounds so much ruder than I thought it would. It's fine, Miss Ma. We understand. I think we have a grasp on the situation now. I don't know where I stand. But what do you guys think? Should we take the case? Yes, definitely. I have no objections. Are you crazy, man? This is once in a lifetime chance. Of course we help. There you have it, Miss Mal. The special support section would be happy to look into this threat letter for you. Thank you so much. I'll head back to the theater now. I need to tell the troop leader and Ilya the good news. Please stop by as soon as you're able to. We will. See ya, Rishya. Call me anytime. Oh, we should probably jump on this soon and head over to the theater. After all, we can't exactly conduct our investigation without seeing the letter for ourselves, can we? Indeed. We cannot ignore Ilya's theory that it is simply a prank, either. Man, this is one hell of a job, Perk. Hanging out with the Arkansas right before the debut on their new show, Score! And we get to see Ilya Platier up close and personal, baby! Honestly, Randy, though I can't deny I'm excited to meet Ilya Platier myself. But does my hair look okay? You two are really worked up about this. Well, based on what I've seen in magazines, she's definitely beautiful, no doubt about that. I'm also looking forward to it. Where's the theater again? Oh my god. I go everywhere but I go around the whole fucking town except for the entertainment district. Well, I really haven't played this game in a while. The architecture of this building is truly magnificent. It seems to be relatively new as well. I believe it was built about 20 years ago. So it's a fairly recent addition compared to some of our older buildings like City Hall. Arkansas. Back when I was a kid, Guy and Cecil would bring me here every so often. You doing okay, Lloyd? No, it's nothing. So are we all ready to head inside? Yeah, as ready as we'll ever be. Wow. The lobby certainly is grand. I hear music playing. Do you think they're in the middle of practice? Ooh, that's gotta be it! Oh, hello there. Terribly sorry, but only authorized personnel may enter the theater at this time. Oh, actually, we're with the CPD. I believe we received a request for a consultation. Oh, so you're the special support section. Welcome to Arkan Seal. Rishia told me that you would be coming. I believe you're here to speak with the troop leader and Ilya, correct? Yeah, are they available right now? I believe so. Please go straight ahead through the main doors. Avan and Rishia are likely watching Ilya practice right about now. Oh? You sure it's okay? We don't want to get in the way while she's practicing. Oh no, I assure you. She's the type to be bothered by any minor interruptions. On the contrary, with the show almost upon us, she'd be quite happy to have visitors. Alright then. You heard him. What are we waiting for? To the auditorium! Whoa. She's so incredible. Oh, wow. Well, it's because the camera's turning and the sprite can't decide what to do. Oh? Oh, there you guys are. Sorry, we didn't mean to bother you. Yeah, you were just wow. That was completely breathtaking. I think I died and went to heaven for a second there. I'm lucky to have been able to witness something so amazing. You guys flatter me. So, it's nowhere near finished. Seriously? It can be even better? Why, of course. That particular routine was from one of the Sun Princess's first scenes. It'll be even better once we add the Moon Princess into the mix. As for the climax, well, let's just say this was nothing compared to what that'll be like. Holy crap. I can't even imagine. Look forward to it. So, Rishia, are these the people you were telling me about? Yes, that's right. This is a special support section. Really? You don't give off any cop vibes, though. Anyway, are you sure you want to investigate this letter business? I don't want you to waste your time looking into a dumb prank like this. Come now, Ilya. Everyone is just worried about you. Why don't you indulge us just a tad? Well, I don't know about that. It's not really my style to let anything put a damper on the hype right before the show. Before a show. But if Rishia lets me give her a special massage, I'll consider it. Oh, God. No, absolutely not. I swear, what am I going to do with you? She's pretty different from her stage persona. Reminds me of a creepy old lecher. I heard she has an interesting personality, but not to this extent. She sure is something, huh? I'm so sorry, everyone. Would you and the others mind waiting in the lobby? I'll try my best to persuade her somehow. Hmm? Ilya, what are... You said Lloyd, right? Are you Lloyd? Yes, I'm him. Too close. Way too close. And what's your last name? Bannings. My name's Lloyd Bannings. Aha! Oh. I knew it! Huh? What? Oh, my chair. No, it broke again. Damn it. Huh? Seriously? What the hell, Lloyd? Ilya, stop! What is the meaning of this? Wow, what a small world. Who would have thought this would be the day I met the infamous little brother? Well, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure she mentioned that you had planned to join, you had joined the police department. Not planned, jeez. You're exactly how I imagined you'd be. Wait a second, does that mean... Are you one of Cecily's friends? Yep, Cecily's my best friend. I've known her for over 10 years now. We met in Sunday school. I had no idea. Allow me to properly introduce myself, then. I'm Ilia Plater, the star of Arkansas, so to speak. A pleasure to meet you. Ilia, what are we gonna do with you? You can't just smother someone like that. It's a little rude, wouldn't you say? Oh, don't be such a prude. Admit it, Lloyd. You enjoyed that hug, didn't you? I could tell. Well... First Cecily, now her? So that's how it is. When everything's said and done, the rest of us are nothing compared to the little brother type. Damn you little brother 1%ers. All smug atop your golden thrones, surrounded by babes. Anyway, about the threat letter. Oh yeah, I nearly forgot about that thing. Can't say no to such an adorable little face now, can I? If you insist, I've got the letter right here for you. Here with me. Here you go. Thanks, Ilia. Are you the one who asked us for help? Let's give it a read. Cancel all performances of your upcoming show, or the beloved fervent dancer will have a tragic accident. Ian. What the? Cancel all performances of your upcoming show, or the beloved fervent dancer will have a tragic accident. Signed by Yin. That's a threat letter if I've ever seen one. You sure about that? Sounds more like a lame prank to me. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's unfortunate, but we get stuff like this all the time. Really? It's true, we do get a decent amount of letters like this. Most of them are written out of jealousy or in jest, though. In this particular case, however, there's something that bothers me. And what would that be? It's the signature, ain't it? Precisely. Essentially, all of the letters we've been sent up until now have been anonymous. There's something suspicious about the name Yin. I just can't shake the feeling that this isn't a simple prank. I just keep telling you it's nothing to worry about. You have any idea who this Yin person is? Not in the slightest. Is that even a person's name? It almost sounds like it's some sort of code name. I suppose it could be related to our new show's title. Yin means silver, after all. That's as far as I can guess. An interesting coincidence, indeed. Is there anything else you could think of that might be relevant? For example, have you done anything recently that someone might hold a grudge over? About that... Wait, you don't mean... What is it, Rishia? Does someone have it out for you guys? Ilia, dear. It's not about us, it's about you, Ilia. Remember the other day with the president of that company? Oh, that old baldy. To be perfectly honest, that whole thing was so trivial. I'd completely forgotten about it. Who exactly is this baldy? Just some greasy old loser named Marchoni. Apparently, he's the big boss of that business, Ravash & Co. What? Ravash? Oh man, that name yet again. What's with all the freaking out? It's just we've been hearing that name pretty often. Do you mind filling us in on what happened with Ravash's president? Sure thing. He likes to bring his business associates to Arkansas for entertainment. He'll plant his ass in our executive seats so everyone knows he's a big shot, thing is, he doesn't care about the actual show at all. Like, he doesn't even appreciate my dancing. All he does is oogle me with those beady little eyes of his. Ilya. Wow, how are you able to pick up on that, Ilya? This theater is my domain, and I know everything that happens here. But anyway, that old coot had the gall to approach and patronize me. He kept babbling on about how he would support my career and have me debut in the Heimdall Opera House. Wow, that is... Don't get much more fancy than that. Actually, we received requests to perform in both the Empire and the Republic. We're often asked to hold a limited run of performances in both countries. Now I think about it, we even had an offer to perform in Liberal's Grand Arena. Wow, I didn't realize Arkansas was internationally famous. Still, why would Marchoni approach Ilya about being her patron? He supposedly has powerful connections within Erebonia. But judging by the rumors, they aren't the type of people we want to associate with. Well, we've heard, Ravash has deep ties to the Empire. And of course, its criminal underworld as well. I had no idea. How were you able to resolve the situation with Marchoni? I politely refused, of course, and for good measure I slapped him across that giant face of his and told him to never speak to me ever again. You did what? You slapped the Mafia Don in the face? Yes, she did. I swear I nearly fainted after she pulled that stunt. Nearly had a heart attack. However, he had the audacity to touch Ilya inappropriately. The recklessness, rudeness of that man was unbelievable. Nearby staff intervened, so we somehow managed to settle it. So what you're saying is there's a good chance he's still nursing a bruised ego. That's what I'd expect from a typical mafioso anyway. It does seem like a plausible motive to send a threat letter. Okay, we understand the situation. First off, we'll try to uncover some new leads with the clues on hand. Do you mind if we hold on to this leather, Ilya? Be my guest. I see a familiar glint in your eyes now, Lloyd. Come again? Just like how I feel when I step onto the stage. Anyway, I'm sure you four will do a spectacular job. With you on the job, hopefully poor Rishia will be able to sleep at night. Thank you, Ilya. We'll happily tackle the case, Miss Mal. Do everything we can to live up to your expectations. Thank you very much. I'm so happy that Ilya finally agreed to accept help with this. I knew going to you was the right choice. Why'd that auto advance? What the hell? Well, don't give us too much credit just yet. From the sound of it, this case isn't going to be an easy one to solve. Oh yes, I suppose you're right. By the way, you don't have to keep calling me Miss Mal. Just Rishia is fine. Oh? Well, I'm still just a novice, and I think I'm actually a little younger than you and Ellie. But it just seems a little strange for you to call me Miss. Oh, really? Alright then. I'll be sure to keep that in mind, Rishia. Thank you, I really appreciate it. Rishia, the meeting's going to start without you if you don't hurry up. I'll be right there. Well then, everyone, if you'll excuse me. If you figure anything out, please don't hesitate to stop by the theater. Arkansas sure is busy. You're telling me. I bet they practice another 100 times before the actual show. I'm starting to get why they don't want to waste their time with this letter business. Indeed, that does make sense. I hope we can solve this for the sake of their new show. I just bit the side of my lip. Ow. Ugh. Let's get to it then. Alright. Sounds good. So what's the plan? Ravash is looking like our only potential lead so far. This Yin person may be worth looking into as well. Yeah, you're right. Hey, hey, everyone, I've got an idea. Why don't we pay Ravash and Co a visit? What? You're kidding! Isn't it our obligation as police officers to pursue any possible lead? We still don't know if Ravash's Don is responsible for sending the letter, but I know for a fact that we'll never reach the truth if we shy away from potential trouble. You make a valid point. Not only that, but I think it'll be a good opportunity. There are a group of criminals that think they're above the law. This is a chance to see the true nature of Crossbell's underworld for ourselves. Can't argue with that. What's wrong? Are you worried? Rainy Night could always go a lot... Lloyd? No, I didn't mean... Oh no, it's not that I'm worried. I'm sure it won't be too dangerous to ask them a few questions. It's just, I've always been curious about the people that make up the city's infamous mafia. This is the perfect chance to finally be able to finally meet them face to face. Oh. Well, looks like Mademoiselle is ready and raring to go. Well, of course I am. Life is full of surprises after all. Who knows what sort of exciting twists and turns this letter will lead us to. So let's be off right away. Agreed. Running to the database, Ravash's headquarters is located in the back alley. There's a narrow alleyway halfway down the street that leads to its front doors. Thought I remember seeing some shady-looking dudes there. Guess it makes sense that that's it, if that's their HQ. I think it was right down here. I would have headed off to the entertainment district if I went that way. So this is the Ravash & Co. company. I know it's supposed to be company or something. We knew it wasn't in the safest part of the city, but the way here was even shadier than I expected. Who the hell are you guys? This isn't a place for kids like you to screw around in. Go on and piss off. What? Ain't you those kids? Could it be? Who'd have thought we'd be reunited with a dear felon of ours? What? Who are these kids? They're those damn police brats. They're the ones who spoiled our plans in the downtown district. No way. It seems our reputation precedes us. We've come here today as part of an official investigation. Say what? We'd appreciate it if we could meet with your boss. We'd like to ask him some questions regarding a certain incident. Are you out of your damn minds? Bunch of dogs like you talk through the Don. Just how cocky can you runs get? He's not one of our suspects. We just want to ask him some questions. He, of course, isn't obligated to speak with us, so we won't force the issue. You boys at least let your boss know we're here. Appreciate it. Damn it, Arnold. Your screw-up made these little shits way too big for their britches. Hey, what's the plan? These sons of bitches have the wrong idea. Sounds like we should teach them some manners, eh? Ha! Sounds good to me. Guess we ain't getting in. Yeah, we'll just have to try again another time. Let them through. Boss! Sorry, boss. These kids were... It's fine. He's massive. Wald was fairly large, but he pales in comparison. This guy's a mountain. You're those brats with the police, then. I've heard the stories already, but you're younger than I thought you'd be. I'm Lloyd Bannings of the Special Support Section. And you are? Garcia Rossi. I'm the General Manager of Sales at Ravash & Co. I suppose most of the employees stick to boss, though. Oh, damn. I wasn't expecting a big shot like him coming out here to greet us. Yes, I believe he's Marchoni's right-hand man. Come inside. I'll hear what you have to say. Oh, heh, you're lucky the boss is in a good mood. Get your asses in there. You better not think about disrespecting him. Unless you're fine with having your lifespans cut short. So this is what this is all about. You think the Don sent Ilya a threat letter? Ridiculous. You kids sure have some overactive imaginations. We aren't claiming it as the truth, of course. However, we heard a recent incident between your boss and Ilya, and given what given that we were out of leads, we thought we should at least come to ask about it. You talked about the Don getting smacked. That's nothing. Just a random little event in his busy life. He'd had a bit too much to drink at the time and barely remembers it anyway. I doubt he's holding any kind of grudge over it. Is that so? It's just another rumor we heard. What about the proposal to have Ilya perform at the Heimdall Opera House? Oh, yeah, that was brought up. Ravash's got friends in a lot of places. It was them who actually came to us with the idea. Apparently, the main reason was that the Don wanted to bring her as a special guest for... For what? A special guest? Never mind. Nothing you need to know about. Anyway, that letter ain't from us. You understand now, kids? Even so, do you mind taking a look at the letter just in case? Huh? Sure, whatever. Hand it over. Here you go. Lloyd passed the threat letter to Garcia. Huh? What the hell is this shit? Whoever this is, he's dead set on getting in the way of Ilya Platia's performance. Huh? What was that? It looked like he noticed something. Garcia threw the threat letter back at Lloyd. This is a damn waste of my time. Threat letter? This crap looks like nothing more than an overblown prank to me. Hold on a sec. Your reaction gives the impression that you know something. Don't know what you're talking about. Nothing in that letter looked the least bit familiar to me. All I can tell you is that the Don didn't write it. And that you guys are on a fool's errand. You know that, right? It's clear there's something this guy's not telling us. Whatever it is, he seems unlikely to reveal any further information. I suppose that covers things from here. Covers things here, then. Is there any way we could hear the story directly from the Don? From the Don? What? Yeah, getting it straight from the source would be best, you know. Or is he not in right now? Don't go getting cocky now, kiddos. You think the Don has time to see a bunch of snot-nosed rookies like you? A group of naive and helpless puppies that he can crush in the palm of his hands? Wait a second. Normally, I wouldn't have even given you the time of day. But since I'm such a nice guy, I figured this would be a good chance to give you this one piece of advice. No matter what you do, you can't change Crossbell's true nature. Vash's iron grip is here to stay. Pretty confident about that, ain't you? If you understand, then get the hell out of here! I don't have time to sit around having tea parties with a bunch of little shits like you. However, if you dare defy us again, there will be no mercy. I will end you. Well, thank you for the advice. Let's go, everyone. I think we've gotten all we can here. Yes. Roger. Well, this is the worst tea party I've ever been at. Ain't even any tea. Wait. You there, redhead. Huh? You talking to me? That shade of red. I've seen it before. No, you couldn't be. Whoa, hold on there, Gramps. I love getting attention from smoking out ladies. But old men? Not really my thing, you know. Well, no matter. Hurry up and get out of my sight already. You're the one who stopped me. Make up your damn mind already. That went well. He's treating us like children. I can't stand that bastard. By the way, Randy, why did he stop you as we were leaving? Beats me. Anyway, that big guy ain't bluffing. Where we are now, I doubt we'll be able to so much as put a scratch on him. You think? Since he considered us far beneath his notice, as if no matter what we did, it would barely register as a thorn in his side. Right, I got that impression too. Even considering his group's connections in the Diet, he didn't seem fazed at all. Ellie? What's up? Oh, it's nothing. More importantly, how will we proceed? It seemed like Ravash, may know more than they're letting on. You mean regarding that, the threat letter sent to Ilya? Yeah. I don't think we can take everything Garcia told us at face value. That being said, I think the odds that Ravash is connected to this incident are low. Really? But he clearly reacted to the threat letter once he saw it, right? Without a doubt, he definitely noticed something. Lloyd put out the threat letter. Perhaps what Garcia reacted to was Cinder's handwriting. The name of the sender. That Yin guy? You think there's a chance Yin is involved with Ravash? Yin conspiring with Ravash wouldn't explain Garcia's reaction to the letter. It was almost as if he was sure this had nothing to do with them once he saw it. Don't you think so? Oh. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. The look on that ugly mug of his. You can deduce that while Yin has no ties to Ravash, it is still a name they are familiar with. Is that an appropriate hypothesis? Yeah, I think that's safe to say. If that's the case, I think we should consult with someone who is more familiar with Ravash. Mr. Grimwood comes to mind. Yeah, that's a great idea. If we're as close to the truth as we think we are, then it might be a good idea to discuss it with Grace, too. Although, give that woman the smallest morsel, and before you know it, she'll be trying to drag the whole damn story out of us. She would inevitably learn of the threat letter, and it would become a colossal ordeal for Arkansas. I was hoping you'd all talk me down from the idea, to be honest. We should try questioning any other people that comes to mind as well. If we're lucky, we might even come across some information we weren't expecting. Yes, maybe so. Ellie? Oh no, it's nothing. We begin gathering information? We can start wherever we'd like. At some point, we'll have to visit the law office, though. Right, let's get going. What's the actual objectives? Threat letter. Did I not turn this in yet? Oh my god, I didn't. Alright, well, I need to go turn that in. Yeah, there's a way I could do this. I always forget about the insta teleports. Yeah, I didn't turn that one in yet. Damn. Alright. Is there any new equipment? I don't remember if I got any. Alright, I got them weapons. I get the armor. It seems like everybody has the armor. Prevents petrify. Might be helpful. Oh, yeah, please. Let's buy like 4 of those. Confuse. Yeah. Sleep's not too bad. Petrify, maybe. Burn. Freeze can be bad. Not really worried about burn. Blind's not so bad either. Roach. I'm not worried about like the poison type stuff. I'm more worried about like status ailments that literally prevent you from doing shit. That's more what I'm worried about, because like there'll be times where enemies will just abuse the shit out of that and stun lock you. This can be very irritating. I should probably heal though, just in case we get into like a fight or something. I don't think we will, at least not now. I noticed like our caster's HP, oh not HP, but EP was like fairly low. Alright, now I want to not do that. I want to check where we should be going. That letter. Okay, it's just Grimwood. I wonder, like, it says not to go to Grace, but I'm gonna try to do that, see if there's any extra dialogue. Again, there's literally an instant teleport thing that I keep forgetting to use. Oh, they're talking about Ravash. Oh, I remember, you can't go upstairs. Alright. Wait, is that the... Okay. I was just saying, okay, so you can't, like, get any dialogue from Grace. I didn't think we'd, like, say anything to Grace, but I thought there might be, like, a funny type of interaction or something with them trying to hide stuff from her. But... there might be. She might be out in the field somewhere, but I'm not gonna look for that just for that interaction. Want to get a move on. Excuse us, sir. Oh, welcome. Been a while, hasn't it? I've been hearing a lot of stories about the special support section. Seems you've all been working hard since we last met. I'm sure you've been working just as hard as us, Mr. Grimwood, if not more. Right, you look as busy as always, sir. Well, you get used to it. You get used to it in this line of work. That aside, something must have happened, right? Judging by the looks on your faces, you come here to ask for my advice. Impressive. Was it that obvious? Well, I do see a great many clients come through my doors every day with that very same look. Lucky for you, I'm taking a break right now. You can ask me anything. Thank you, Mr. Grimwood. Your words mean more than you can ever know. I think we'll take you up on that kind offer. A threat letter sent to Ark and Seal. When you're curious as to whether the sender Yin is tied to Ravash? Yes, sir. Do you have any idea? Unfortunately, I don't have any information that connects the two of them. That doesn't mean that I've never heard the name Yin before. Really? What do you know about him? Well, I have no evidence that points toward this being the same person. With that in mind, are you still interested in this information? Yes, of course. Well, at this point, we'll take any lead we can get our hands on. Very well, then. It all happened when I went on a business trip to Calvard. While walking about, I heard a strange urban legend from a local. It involves a legendary Shang Shao, referred to as Yin. Yin certainly is an Eastern name. What exactly is a Shang Shao? It means something along the lines of assassin or killer. Pretty sure that's what they call them in most of the Eastern regions. You certainly are well informed. I'd say it's somewhat similar to how we customarily call mercenaries Jaegers. You mentioned this was an urban legend. There's more to it, I assume. Yes, well, it's said that no one knows for sure whether Yin is real or not. Though, supposedly, he's said to wear a mask and a pitch-black cloak, and he's never once allowed someone to see his face. He appears and vanishes with the shadows and never lets his prey slip away. In other words, he's a phantom. Phantom? Sounds like a pretty tall tale if you ask me. I suppose that is why it is called an urban legend. However, why would this so-called legendary assassin send a threat letter to Ilya Plotier? Right, it just doesn't make any sense. Wait, what if it's not Ravash he's tied to, but Heiwei? Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Heiwei is a powerful organization operating out of Calvard's eastern quarter. With that in mind, I wouldn't be shocked if they knew of the Eastern assassin. I getcha. If that's the case, Garcia's reaction makes a lot more sense. You know for a fact that Ravash and Heiwei are at each other's throats. If Heiwei and Yin are teaming up, despite not being directly tied to Ravash, it would be highly likely that the Mafia is acutely aware of his presence. That, in and of itself, would support Lloyd and Ellie's theory. An intriguing thought. That brings us back to your previous question, Tio. Why would Yin threaten Ilya Petir and the lead star of Ark and Seal? Well, we still need to figure that one out. You know that Ilya and Ravash's Dawn had an argument at a party. Could somehow be related to that? I don't know. It didn't really sound like something that warranted a threat. Besides, why would Heiwei react to it at all if they're against Ravash? Yeah, any chance the name is a coincidence? Any chance the name is a coincidence and we're dealing with someone completely unrelated? I don't think so. Every clue we've gathered so far has pointed in a particular direction. I think we're still too early in an investigation to disregard anything that's not quite lining up. Hey guys, not to get too ahead of myself, but why don't we try paying Heiwei a visit? What? Whoa man, are you off your rocker today? Think about it like this. We know that Heiwei is a big enough threat to Ravash to have gotten their attention. And Heiwei has only continued to spread its influence and chip away at Ravash's hold on Crossbell's criminal underworld. Depending on the circumstances, they could prove even more dangerous than Ravash. You may be right. I see. This might be the perfect chance to check whether or not that is true. Hold up. It's not like we can just barge in on them. We have no idea what kind of people we're up against, Lloyd. Actually, I recently met the manager of Heiwei Trading's Crossbell branch. What? Seriously? He came to me for counsel to ensure there were no legal barricades preventing his business from operating in Crossbell. I saw no harm in the request, so I accepted the job. It was then that I met him. I see. What kind of person was he? The word shrewd certainly comes to mind. He was relatively young, but he already knows his way around things. He has a silver tongue and is unflappably confident. Overall, I'd say he's extremely intelligent, and not someone that can be taken lightly. An intellectual, then. Sounds like he's going to be a huge pain in the ass. Definitely not the kind of guy who's going to give us any straight answers. True, but this is a good chance to meet with him. What do you say? Okay, you won me over. I am also quite curious about this branch manager. Same here. I know a bit about Ravash, but nothing about Hayway. We'll be going in blind. You're right, Lloyd. This will be a good opportunity to learn more about how they operate. It's decided then. Thanks for all your help, Mr. Grimwood. Looks like we'll be able to press on with our investigation after all. I'm happy to hear that. You remind me of how the way Guy used to work his cases. Anyway, Hayway works under the guise of a respectable trading company, so stopping by their office shouldn't prove too dangerous. However, never forget that their true identity is as of a massive, influential crime syndicate. Don't let your guard down around them. Yes, sir. Thank you. We'll keep that in mind. Alright, now we're going to Hayway. See what they're all about. Alright, let's make our way to Hayway trading. I think they're somewhere by the pier. Correct, our destination should be in the northeast part of the harbor district. They're apparently located right by the river. Oh, we talking about the red eastern-looking building? Surprising to think that a crime syndicate's headquarters is in the same area as the IBC and the Crossbell Times buildings. I suppose it's no matter. Let's try paying them a visit. Alright. Why'd it put me over here? Sign is a fixed locked door. I'll spell Hayway Trading Company, Crossbell Branch. If you have business with us, please knock. This must be the place. How do we proceed, Lloyd? Let's knock. Excuse me, is anyone there? And who might you all be? We're from the Crossbell Police Department, Special Support Section. We're hoping to ask your branch manager a few questions regarding a certain incident, if possible. Wait here a moment. For a moment. Oh, here we go. Man, what kind of trouble are we getting ourselves into this time? I suppose we have to find out. We will find out very soon. I apologize for the wait. The branch manager will see you now. Please come in. Thank you. If you'll excuse us. Is it up here? Oh, how nice of you to finally visit. It's nice to meet you. I'm Lloyd Bannings of the CPD's Special Support Section. The pleasure is all mine. My name is Sal Lee, manager of Hayway Trading's Crossbell branch. So you're Lloyd, and you three must be Ali, Randy, and Tio, correct? How do you... May I ask how you know all of our names already? Truth be told, I'm an avid reader of the Crossbell Times. I was mesmerized by your exploits and instantly became a fan. No boorish of me, I decided to investigate your backgrounds through various intermediaries. Is that so? Eesh, 5 seconds in, and he's already holding all the cards. He's just as cunning and intelligent as we were told. It's an absolute honor to meet such an intriguing group as yourselves. What brings you to our office today? There was a problem of some sort with our business. Was there a problem of some sort with our business operations? No, that's not it. We're actually in the middle of an investigation, an incident involving Arkansas. Arkansas, you say? Ah, but of course, Crossbell's very own prided theatrical troupe. I've been meaning to see one of their shows ever since I first arrived here. My work has kept me oh so busy, you know. I seem to recall them having announced their next production, correct? Yeah, that's right. As a matter of fact, our investigation is related to an issue with their upcoming show. I'd actually like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind. Oh dear, it sounds like quite the predicament. Very well, I shall comply with your request, free of charge, of course. Yin, you say? We're aware that Heiwei's main office is located in the Republic's eastern quarter. We were thinking that, due to that, you might be familiar with Yin. Interesting. Am I to assume that you're implying I have connections to this criminal named Yin? No, of course not. To be honest, we simply don't have a lot of info. We were hoping... so we're following up on any and all leads we have. Is that so? Well, alright then. This may be rather basic information, but I can tell you some of the legends regarding Yin in more detail. We're listening. Name Yin holds a particularly strong influence within the eastern quarter. A Sheng Shao, an assassin, hidden behind a mask and beneath a pitch-black cloak. No one has ever gazed upon his true face. He appears like a shadow and vanishes like a phantom. His prey has never once escaped. And though it may seem preposterous, some say Yin may be immortal. Immortal? What do you mean? All documents show that Yin has been operating as an assassin for at least a century. His rise into legend began shortly after the democratization of the Calvard Republic. If you were to examine records from that time, Yin's name is frequently mentioned. A chap draped in black. What the fuck did I just say? The demon draped in black sent one prominent figure after another to their grave during this chaotic period in time. What the fuck did I just say? Oh my god. No, I literally just blanked like on what was coming out of my mouth. I didn't say demon, I said something else. I don't remember. Damn. Oh, sometimes that happens to me. Like, I'll read a word in my mind, but I'll say something completely fucking different. I don't know why that happens with me. But it just does. This story is getting more outlandish by the second. Gotta be some scary fable to keep the kiddos in line. No way he's real. No, Mr. Orlando. Yin is very real. Huh? What? Yin Forest surpasses a mere tall tale in the underworld of the Eastern Quarter. Though his true identity is unknown, Lemuria's greatest assassin can be employed for the right price. Master of all assassination techniques, a martial artist with incredible dexterity and agility who lurks in the shadows. He is recognized as such, and his deadly work speaks to his existence. A certain organization highly values Yin and entrusts many jobs to him, or so the rumor goes. The organization you're referring to? Oh yes, that reminds me. While we're on the topic of Yin, I've heard recent claims of Yin having vanished entirely from the Eastern Quarter. It has come to my attention that he has accepted a hefty job for the aforementioned organization. Apparently, it involves traveling to a certain autonomous state we're all familiar with. I don't like what you're implying. What's the matter? I haven't given you the name of the organization, have I? Nor the name of the state. Tch. Ravash are one and the same. Oh, please refrain from comparing Heiwei to that measly local gang, or at least that's what I'd like to say. Quite frankly, I'm more than impressed with how well they've managed to adapt to this peculiar city. Those persistent little pests have caused quite a bit of trouble for us. You fessing up? Not even pretending anymore. I'm merely referring to them as our fellow business competitors. Here in Crossbow, free trade is protected by law, after all. You take issue with that, officers. Let me ask you this one final question. Has Arkansas been caught in the crossfire between you and Ravash? Oh? We just received information about Ravash's proposal for Arkansas to perform in the Imperial capital. Are you considering a similar proposal, too? I have no problem admitting that certain crowds in the Republic wish to be graced by their presence. However, our company is unconcerned with the matters related to the entertainment industry. I certainly am perplexed, though. Why exactly was the threat letter signed with the name of an assassin? That's what I intend to find out. Thank you for your time, Sal. We appreciate your cooperation. Lloyd? You sure we're done here, man? I doubt we'll get much more out of him if we stayed any longer. And besides, Sal already seems more than busy enough, so we really should excuse ourselves. Lloyd's right. Thank you for being so considerate. One more thing before you leave, Detective Bannings. What is it? Come now, don't look so displeased. Do you recall me saying that I'm a big fan of the SSS? Believe me when I say that was no lie. Huh? I must say, this current investigation of yours absolutely fascinates me. As one of your fans, I can hardly wait to see how you'll resolve this one. I'm most certainly looking forward to reading about it. Thank you for stopping by, officers. The branch manager says you may contact us again should anything happen. We appreciate the offer. So now we have to worry about these guys on top of Ravash. I want to say that they at least seem a bit friendlier. Or maybe they just see us so little of a threat they think they can screw with us. It's not out of the realm of possibility. Ellie, you okay? You feeling unwell? No, it's fine. More importantly, we found out that the legendary assassin, Yin, has managed to infiltrate Crossbell State. At least managed to get that information out of Sal. Yeah, it didn't seem like he was lying. Well, also, I get the impression that Sal is the one... I don't get the impression that Sal is the one threatening Arkansas and Ilya. I was thinking the same thing. If that were the case, in a way he'd have hinted at his connection to Yin. And that would mean Yin's actions are not tied to his employer, Heiwei, but rather he is acting of his own accord. You might be out of options if that's the case. Let's assume you're right. I mean, Sal probably doesn't know Yin's true identity. Sounds like our only option is to catch a legendary assassin then. Unfortunately. Yin is truly after Ilya's life, then this case may be beyond our capabilities. Huh? There's no guarantee that we'll be able to apprehend a professional assassin like Yin. That being the case, wouldn't it be better to leave this to headquarters? Well, they'd not simply look the other way like they did in the incident downtown. I doubt it. Arkansas, and by extension Ilya, are incredibly important to the people of Crossbell. Headquarters would definitely take action if her life were in danger. They'd stake their pride on it. That's correct. You're the first investigative division. I am. Alex Dudley. Come with me. Huh? Why? Only a fool would discuss information here of all places. We don't have time to waste. Follow me. Understood. Huh? What the hell's going on all of a sudden? What's the matter with all of you? I don't know what you were thinking whilst in there like that. Furthermore, you decided to discuss your investigation within earshot of their building. Sorry, sir. You're right. We weren't being careful enough. Well, what's done is done. Well? Well, what? You're going to explain to me what you were babbling about with Ark Seal, and how this all relates to your little visit to Hayway. You better tell me everything you know. Excuse me? Where the hell is this coming from? It's brazen of you to demand that after showing up so suddenly. Wonder which one of us is truly brazen. The First Division has been keeping tabs on Hayway for over a month already. You're the ones who barged into our investigation without any notice. Wait, seriously? Does that mean you're after Yin too? So you know about Yin, hmm? Well, no matter. Start talking and don't leave anything out. If you don't comply, I won't hesitate to file a complaint to Sergei over this obstruction of our investigation. Damn it. Alright, fine. However, our investigation is a formal request submitted to the SSS, so we need it to stay confidential. I'll be the one to decide that. Out with the details already. This is an order. I understand the situation. I didn't think there was anything concrete, but it seems they finally tipped their hand. Are you referring to Yin? Yes, I am. Hayway employed a legendary assassin as a trump card in order to threaten Ravash's influence. First Division received an anonymous tip with information regarding Hayway. We've been surveilling them since. But who would have thought a group of amateurs would stumble onto the scene and give us just the lead we needed. Wow, that almost sounded like a compliment. I'd like to inquire as to why you only had Hayway under your surveillance. I'm under the impression that your team is leaving Ravash unchecked. What are you implying? The First Division already understands Ravash's operating procedure. We're also fully aware of both the incident downtown and how they've used warhounds. Don't think for a second that we haven't kept tabs on the cases you've been getting involved in. What? And why? If we get involved in every little thing they did, there would be no end to it. None of the incidents you took on were anything as serious as murder. They were simply petty crimes. You honestly think we'd put off more important cases to divert our limited personnel to such minor issues? I understand that, but still. Those of us in the First Division are leagues apart from know-nothings like yourselves. We're charged with maintaining a certain degree of order in the city where justice is a constant uphill battle. We're expected to suppress major crimes and protect the public from criminal organizations and foreign intelligence agencies. Can you possibly fathom the work that goes into that? I knew it. I always had a feeling. Crosswell's peace and prosperity are hanging by a thread. Yes, and most of the citizens fail to realize it. Sure, it might be popular to read stories on Ravash's ties to Imperial faction diet members. However, Hayway is in the process of deepening their relationship with the Republican faction. If we allow it to progress any further, they'll be untouchable. The laws against espionage are lax as well. Agents from foreign intelligence agencies are free to enter and leave however they'd like. I never realized that. This is unbelievable. The way you're talking, Crossbell's already got one foot in the grave. A situation as desperate as this, our only option is to simply do what we're able to. We assess how dangerous each case is, and even if we can't solve the root cause of it, can at least lessen the impact. And Yin is nothing more than solving one part of a larger puzzle. We have been able to keep a close watch on the case regarding Ark Seal. Thank you for the valuable information. First Division will handle it from here. You may return to your usual duties. What? The hell is this crap? After carefully assessing the situation, I've ascertained that Yin is more than a mere legend. We'll be observing Heiwei's movements while protecting Ilya Platir from falling victim to our mysterious assassin. Tell me, would you be able to handle all that? Damn it. And our lack of resources would prove to be difficult. At the very least, I can let you handle contacting Ark Seal. Make sure to tell them that their case has been transferred to the First Division. See to it that they're given a proper explanation. And we just got our case stolen from us. Cool. What the hell? He just shows up, gives us shit, takes our case, then drives off. And in a personal vehicle at that, adding insult to injury. As frustrating as we all are, I understand where he's coming from. I actually agree with him. The scope of this case has gone way beyond our level of experience. All we can do now is inform the troop and offer our sincerest apologies. I guess you're right. You've run out of options. Hold on, guys. Lloyd, you're the last person I expected to hear that from. You told us to overcome our barriers. You said as long as we're together, that there's no barrier, that no barrier is too high, didn't you? So why? Why are you giving up so easily? Ellie? Whoa there, where's this coming from? Didn't you already tell us it'd be better to leave it to headquarters? Wait, is that... I did, didn't I? Ellie, I understand. I'm frustrated too, Ellie. I want to do something about it just as much as you do. If you don't want us to give up, then we'll find another way. No, it's alright. I'm sorry, everyone. I think I've just had a rough day is all. Ellie. Oh, we did spend an entire day running into one jackass after another. Let's go report the news to Ark Seal. We can head back to base and relax for a bit after. That sounds like a reasonable plan. Sure, sounds good. Is that okay with you, Ellie? Yes, thank you, everyone. Let's be off to Ark Seal, then. It's all mixed up. Emotions all mixed up. Saying that she has a personal attachment to this somehow. Huh? Oh. Oh, what a surprise. Good afternoon, Miss Ellie. Hello, Grandfather. Ernest. Did I hear her right? This man is Ellie's grandfather? It's been some time. I'm glad to see you're looking well. How's work been going? Well, we're still new to this, so there's a lot left for us to learn. But I assure you, I don't intend to bring any shame upon the McDowell name. Oh, Ellie, I've told you before, haven't I? You don't have to worry yourself over things like that. These are colleagues by chance? Yes, they are. Nice to meet you, sir. My name is Lloyd Bannings, and I'm with the CPD Special Support Section. Plateau. How do you do? How's it going? Name's Randy Orlando. My name is Henry McDowell. It's a pleasure to meet the three of you. I must thank you for taking care of my granddaughter. It's quite the opposite, sir. Ellie's the one that's been looking after us. Mademoiselle is a bona fide genius when it comes to dealing with all the paperwork we gotta go through every day. It does not excuse your utter lack of assistance, Randy. That's so. Oh, what is important is that you're content with your post. You know, Miss Ellie, I really think you should make some time to stop by home every once in a while. I'm sorry. I've been hesitant to rely too much on my family since I began living on my own. So, don't you... It's fine, Ernest. Ellie wishes to stand by her decision. Listen, dear. Continue down the path you've chosen until you're satisfied. I cannot mix business with personal affairs, but know that I will help you out to the best of my ability. I know. Thank you, grandfather. Now then, shall we go, Ernest? I have a meeting with the Business Owners Association next, correct? Yes, sir. It's scheduled for 5 p.m. Now that's a one bitchin' ride. I knew your family was loaded, Mademoiselle. I wouldn't really... Wait just a second! Whoa there. Lloyd? You said Henry McDowell, right? As in, the mayor of Crossbell City? That Henry McDowell? Say what? He is? Come to think of it, I do recall seeing that information in the database. Oh dear. Honestly, it's a miracle that you hadn't noticed until now. There was always something about your surname that bothered me, but I couldn't for the life of me figure out what it was. The mayor's name must have totally slipped my mind, I guess. And I call myself a detective. You don't have to beat yourself up over it. Besides, my grandfather's position has nothing to do with me. Oh? Anyway, we should hurry and speak with Ilya and the others. We still need to tell them about the First Division taking over the case. Yeah, unfortunately. Yo, Mademoiselle, why do you think your granddad stopped by Arkansas? Oh, that? Arkansas's first public performance of their new production is being held alongside this year's anniversary festival. I assume he was here for a business meeting regarding that. Oh, are they doing another practice? Huh? Phew. Oh, look. You're back. And just in time, too. That was amazing. You two are incredible. Indeed, I've never experienced anything quite like that. Think so? Sounds like if we iron out the kinks, we might, this might become a crowd favorite. Oh, that gives me an idea. How about you wait another moment before the Moon Princess's spin, Rishia? That way it'll give the Sun Princess just enough time to react in a way that will really capture the audience's heart. That's perfect! Dancing isn't the only thing that's amazing. You're above it and beyond to perfect every little part of the performance. Well, I figured if we could do it, we might as well strive for perfection till it's time to perform. But enough about that. Have there been any developments in the investigation? Oh, that's right. Yes, actually. It's, not exactly good news. What do you mean? Alright then. Let me go grab, Yvonne, and then you can fill us in on everything, okay? This Yin character sounds like he's quite dangerous. You can't be serious. He's really somewhere in the city? Wow. That sure is a fun story. A shadowy, immortal assassin whose legend is whispered in the dark corners of the Eastern Quarter. Oh, I love it. The character practically begs to be on the stage. I'll have to add him to our next production. Heck, we can even work the general outfit into the third act right now. We just gotta get some white robes and the costume is set. Oh, Ilya. This is an assassin we're talking about. Why can't you take this more seriously? You suspect that Yin is being employed by a group known as Heiyue. We still don't quite understand why Yin sent Ilya the threat letter in the first place. One thing is certain, though. The chance that this is nothing more than a prank has decreased significantly. Is there any chance you could postpone or... Out of the question. We wouldn't walk off the stage even if a bomb was about to go off. Is that right, Yvonne? Well, I suppose so. But we aren't all quite as passionate as Ilya. The truth is that all members of Arkansas belong to the stage heart and soul. You wouldn't find one member of the troupe who would abandon their beloved stage under any circumstances. May be new to all this, but I feel the same way. Yeesh. I'm sure people tell you to break a leg out there, but at this rate, your legs will be the least of your worries. You intend to proceed with the show. Does that mean you're okay with the 1st Division taking over security? Well, I mean, it is pretty annoying, but the show must go on no matter the cost. So what kind of people are the 1st Division guys? Well, they're definitely very talented and more qualified for the job. Objectively speaking, they're excellent at what they do. The members of the 1st Division are an elite group that live up to their name. They should be able to protect you and your show with the utmost discretion until curtain call. I was really hoping to avoid having a bunch of police in here. And again, we'll have a full house. Better safe than sorry. I agree. I think that's for the best. Anyway, we are talking about you here, Ilya. Once the show starts, you won't even notice them. How rude. I'll have you know that I always pay close attention to my audience. The show only reaches its full potential when the audience and play are completely in sync. Isn't that one of your famous sayings? For anyone else's case, yes, and yours, however. I'd say it's more along the lines of you forcibly dragging everyone into your own performance. He's not mincing his words at all, is he? Indeed, she is surely the very picture of a theater geek. Excuse me, Lloyd. Does that mean you won't be part of the investigation anymore? I'm really sorry, Rishia. We don't have much wiggle room here. 1st Division is going to completely take over the case. With them on it, you won't have anything to worry about, at least. I see, that's a shame. The only reason I agreed to all this in the first place was because you were leading the show, Lloyd. So I appreciate you looking into things for us. I'll send some tickets your way as thanks to be sure to come and see the play next time you're free. Oh yes, I'm sure we can arrange something. Though I'm afraid you may have to wait until after the anniversary festival. If you're okay with tickets for next month, I can have them sent to you as gifts. Seriously? Hell yes! I was thinking I'd have to wait 2 months to see it. It's quite generous. Thank you very much. Ellie? So sorry, everyone. I've caused you nothing but trouble. Don't worry about it, Rishia. all the running around we did today is a pretty typical work day for us. It is all simply part of the job. Yep, no worries, Rishia. Forget about us and just focus on your guys' preview performance. If you say so, then I will. Thank you, everyone. Preview performance? The hell? You don't know about it already? Arkansas puts on a sneak peek of their new show before it's available to the public. That's correct. This will be my first time performing in one. People all over the continent from both the industry and the media will be attending. I'm sure many influential people have been invited too, in order to boost awareness of our new show. Wow, that's pretty crazy. Any chance was Mayor McDowell invited as well? Oh yes, he's our guest of honor. I'm told he plans to support the show in conjunction with the anniversary festival. He's quite kind despite his busy schedule. He made time to stop by and encourage us. How very much like him. Good luck with the preview, Rishia. It may be your first time, but I'm sure you'll perform wonderfully. You think so? Absolutely. Consider all the practice you've put in. I doubt you have anything to worry about. Oh yeah, this play is going to bring down the house. I'm quite looking forward to it. I appreciate the kind words, everyone. I'll get back to my practice then. Thank you. Thank you for all your help. Ready to head back, guys? Might as well. I'm exhausted, both mentally and physically. Me too. It's not the right button. Wait, does it not? Oh, I guess it doesn't let you teleport back there. Let me go through the alley. Oh, I went the wrong way. Oh. Wait, isn't that... Oh, thank goodness. I was just starting to ponder if I came to the wrong place. Ernest? Did you come to see me? Yes, I did. I had business to attend to at the office, so I decided to stop by. Ellie? What's wrong? You don't look so great. Well, if I remember correctly, you guys were visiting Arkansas earlier today, right? Did you run into some sort of problem with your police work? Well, sort of. It's not anything major, but someone in the troop requested our help and, went to report what we found. That's all. You know, I wasn't sure if I should stop by here today or not. I'm not sure now that it was the right decision. What do you mean? Allow me to be honest with you. Ellie, I want you to quit the Force and return to us. Quit the Force? What? Oh there, buddy. That came out of left field. Get the impression this does not stem from feelings of love, at least. I know it was your idea to join the CPD, Ellie. But seeing you now, you look so worn down, so lost. Are you sure this is really the right path for you? What are you saying, Ernest? Listen to me. How do you understand the current political climate and the despair that comes with it better than anyone? That's likely where your initial urge to join the police originated from. Just try to think about the torment and pain the mayor is going through. How he feels in the current state. In the current situation. Jeez. The anniversary festival coming up next month. Mayor McDowell is up to his neck in work. And after that, it's right back to arguing with the Imperial and Republican factions over the budget. And in 6 months, he'll be up for re-election. As I'm sure you know, Mayor McDowell has planned to retire, but without someone to carry on his policies, feels like he can't. I'm sure that I'm sure that if you were by his side, he'd feel much more confident about being able to keep going with his work. I'm sorry, perhaps I'm overstepping. However, I can't ignore the issue any longer. As someone who respects Mayor McDowell, has been with your family for years, I cannot stand idle any longer. Ernest, of course, the path you ultimately choose to follow is entirely up to you. I just want you to stop and think hard about whether this path you're on now is the right one. I'm going to need some time. Excuse me, everyone. I'm tired, so I'm going to go rest in my room for now. Sure. My apologies for suddenly showing up out of the blue like this. It's okay. Okay. It seems to be a pretty complicated family matter. Just trying not to bother Mademoiselle for a while. You got it? Seconded. Personally, it feels like you're attempting to take Ellie away from us. I'm sorry, that wasn't my intention. However, you are aware she originally wanted to become a politician before joining the police, aren't you? Really? Oh, you're pulling my leg. That would explain her seemingly boundless knowledge of politics and economics. As the granddaughter of the current mayor, she grew up surrounded by politics. It was only natural for her to want to pursue a career in it. To that end, she studied abroad in a number of different nations to hone her skills for international relations and learn foreign policies. However, when she returned home last year, she was dead set on joining the CPD. That's what happened. I was unaware. I did wonder why a fancy lady like herself was working for the CPD. Do you keep an eye on her till she makes her decision? Can't bear to see her flounder about like this, unsure of the path in life she should take. Goodness, it's already gotten so late. I'm sorry for taking up so much of your time. I'll get out of your hair now. Okay then. There certainly has been a great deal to sigh about today. Sure it has. Got put through so much shit. Definitely one of those days that just kicks you in the nuts over and over. I know what you mean. Anyway, let's report back to the chief and call it a day. So that's where things stand. Well, you gonna tuck your tail between your legs and give up here? You're saying we have a choice? First Division took over the case. There's no way we can oppose them, given our team's position on the force. Yeah, I guess not. The Fox would track you down and give you his longest bitching session yet. Probably. Would we not simply offer our assistance to the First Division? Don't know how well that'd play out, considering the shit we got from them, from that glasses wearing dick. Yep, that's also a long shot. The CPD's real fussy when it comes to jurisdiction. Makes cooperation between departments a real pain in the ass. That goes double for the First Division. No way a group of elites like them would accept help from a group of rookies like the SSS. If you're talking about working incognito, that's another topic altogether. Sir? This is the Special Support Section, the most unconventional department on the force. Sure, HQ tends to ignore us. That gives you guys a certain level of discretion you can use to your advantage. Basically, as long as you stay quiet about it, you can poke your noses into other departments' jurisdictions without sending them into a tizzy. You do realize you just said we can ignore our superiors' orders, right? What a bad influence. It's like I told you before. I may not be able to help you in the field, but I'll cover your asses when I can. In the end, you guys will need to be the ones who can take action, though. That being said, your current situation might make this plan impossible to pull off. One of you is struggling to figure out what to do. And this is something you can only overcome by operating as a team. You're right, but yeah, it's hard to get fired up without Mademoiselle with us. The way she's acting now, it was like her head was somewhere else entirely. She's been like that all day from what I could tell. Is Ellie gonna be alright? Ellie, these past 2 months I thought we'd become pretty close. Seems like I never really understood the important things she was dealing with. I had no idea she was Mayor McDowell's granddaughter, and an aspiring politician on top of that. If I recall correctly, you didn't attend police academy, right, Ellie? How did you end up in the CPD? Well, to put it simply, this is my way of gaining some real-world experience. I didn't attend the academy. I did take a written exam and marksmanship test when I applied. They didn't really reject me since I received perfect marks on both tests. You know, the more I learn, the more I feel like we're worlds apart. You think so? It's pretty rare for rookies to have already earned their detective license, though. You must have gotten your own reasons for joining the CPD, right, Lloyd? Well, perhaps it's best to continue this talk after we've officially become co-workers. All right. Go see if Ellie's up for a chat. If she's worried about something, maybe I can help somehow. Maybe we can continue that conversation we started. It's true, you never did finish that conversation. Oh. Lloyd? Hey, Ellie, how'd you know it was me? Just a hunch. I don't know why, but I had a feeling you'd come here. I guess you were right. Breathtaking as always. Is that the IBC in the distance? Yes, it is. I doubt you would find a cityscape as beautiful as Crossbells, even if you scoured the entire continent. Yet the more the lights of the city shine, the more stars seem to dim. The purity of starlight, the symbol of Adios' love. Ellie. I was thinking over everything that happened today. With Ravash, Hayway, and Dudley. No matter what you do, you can't change Crossbell's true nature. Ravash's iron grip is here to stay. I'm merely referring to them as our fellow business competitors. Here in Crossbell, free trade is protected by law, after all. You take offense with that, officers. We're charged with maintaining a certain degree of order in the city, where justice is a constant uphill battle. We're expected to suppress major crimes and protect the public from criminal organizations and foreign intelligence agencies. Can you possibly fathom the work that goes into that? That was the darkness of this city, the tragic truth of the state called Crossbell. Kept alive only by the will of the Empire and the Republic, stripped of all pride and fed constant lies and deception. We're drowning in false prosperity and novelties only because our captors allow it. Everyone just surrenders to these circumstances and accepts the status quo without realizing its true cost. It's the city we live in. Maybe you're right. But you don't want to surrender just yet, do you, Ellie? I once had a mother and father. Well, I suppose putting it like that makes it sound as if they've passed away. They're still very much alive. What I mean to say is, they divorced when I was little. My mother lives in the Empire now, my father in the Republic. I had no idea. My father was born and raised in the Republic. He moved to Crossbell City, met my mother, And after marrying into the McDowell family, he strove to become a politician. Immediately after he joined the Diet, he recognized Crossbell's ugly, distorted reality. As someone with a strong sense of justice, he made it his duty to mend this broken city. Year after year, he drafted reform bills, all in the hopes of bringing change to the state. It's amazing. No, in the end, none of his bills were ever passed. The Imperial and Republic factions both shunned him and ridiculed him. One by one, his allies betrayed him, friends left him, and he became the laughingstock of the political world. Not even my grandfather, as well respected as he is for being neutral, was able to mend his career. Crossbell brought my father into utter despair. Then one day, he quit as a Diet member, as a husband, and as my father. He decided to leave everything behind for Calvard. Mother couldn't stop him, and at the same time, she couldn't uproot me, still a small child, to follow him all the way there. Eventually, they settled on a divorce, and my father was gone for good. It always seemed like Mother hated him for what he did. I got the impression that underneath it all, she still loved him. It soon became apparent that living in Crossbell, the state that robbed her of her love, would be too much to bear. My mother left to go live with relatives in Arabonia. It was then that I was taken in by grandfather, who raised me into the person I am today. That was the reason I was drawn to following him down the path of politics. It wasn't due to any desire to avenge my father or anything like that. I just couldn't understand it. How could a family so happy and loving end up falling apart so completely? After I made my decision, grandfather began to help me. I studied abroad all over the continent, focusing on politics and economics. However, the more I studied, the more I realized how complicated of a quagmire Crossbell's situation truly was. Caught between the Empire and the Republic, our justice, our interests are pulled apart by the gravity of their immense power, entangled with their own, and distorted beyond all recognition. It was there I hit a wall, an insurmountable barrier in my way. A barrier. The same one my grandfather faced, and one I'm sure my... The same one my father faced, and one I'm sure my grandfather faces as well. You know who represents the government of Crossbell State, Lloyd? Isn't it Mayor McDowell? Well, yes, but he's not the only one. It's actually both the Crossbell City Mayor and the Speaker of the Diet. Grandfather and the Imperial faction's Speaker Hartman jointly represent our government. That's how we operate according to state law. Sounds like I should have studied a bit more. But wait, why did Crossbell adopt such a divided system in the first place? Isn't it obvious? It's obvious, isn't it? If two representatives from opposite factions have equal authority, they can hinder things for each other, making political reform nearly impossible. No way! Now that you mention it, it does make sense. The two people on top, one side can easily sabotage the other if they try to push some sort of reform through. The fact that this happens is a tragic inevitability, given Crossbell's founding. 70 years ago, Crossbell State was born from a mutual agreement between Arabonia and Calvard. In fact, the state's founders were themselves Imperial and Republican lawyers. Seeing the current state of Crossbell, I can't help but think of it as a curse, jeez. I was at a loss. If I were to continue into the world of politics, that same curse would grab me by the neck and drag me under, just like my father. I decided on a new approach, one my family hadn't yet tried. That was the CPD. Yes, from there, I told myself I could see Crossbell's twisted reality firsthand, without looking through the muddied lens of politics. I convinced myself that the experiences I gained here would one day be my secret weapon when I finally joined Crossbell's political world. Reform that my father failed to achieve and grandfather is unable to pursue. I thought this new perspective would be the key to finally making it a reality. Maybe. But perhaps I was just lying to myself. Perhaps I was just running away. Everything that happened today, I knew it was likely I'd encounter those issues. But still, the reality of things were even colder and crueler than I had imagined. When confronted with it, I was at a loss. Maybe I'm incapable of doing anything on my own after all. Maybe I'm just a broken little girl abandoned by her mother and father. So what? Huh? You try way too hard to be perfect, Ellie. I can't afford to fail. I need to take care of everything myself, shoulder every responsibility. That's the way you've been thinking, isn't it? That's not... Today was probably our roughest day yet, being ridiculed, having to hear that all of our efforts are in vain. Think about it. Aren't those the things we signed up for when we joined the SSS? Remember, Ellie, there may be barriers we can't get over today, but that doesn't mean we won't be able to get over them tomorrow. Tomorrow? Right now, the barrier that stands before us is the threat letter case. Even though the First Division has taken it over, I say we continue investigating independently from them. What? Was there even anything else we can do at this point? Sure, the First Division may be great at what they do, but even so, it's obvious that they're stuck in a cop's mindset, only adhering to traditional logic. Maybe a new perspective is exactly what's needed to crack this case. At least that's how I feel about things. Lloyd, just like how you joined the CPD to gain a new perspective of Crossbell, right? If we're somehow able to solve this case, then I'm sure that means your goal isn't out of reach either. Of course, I shouldn't really compare this investigation to Crossbell's underlying issue. But what we need right now is the experience to overcome these kinds of obstacles. We can keep clearing the small barriers one by one, and someday we'll have the power to get over the big ones too. These 2 months we've been together, I've come to realize something. You have your own troubles you're working to overcome, don't you? So, how are you able to stay so optimistic? Well, let's see. Maybe it's because I have someone I'm trying to catch up to. Well, that in itself may be a problem. I think I understand. But I'm not as strong as you are. I'm just so tired of it all. I didn't come up here with the intention of talking so much about my past, but I just couldn't keep it bottled up anymore. At this rate, I'm only going to drag the team down. If that's the case, I should probably... Ellie. We need you, Ellie. Your profound knowledge for negotiation skills, your sharpshooting, your sense of justice. We're going to stand up to this city. We're going to need you. But that's not it, though. Well, that's true. My point is this. I'd be happy if you decide to stay by my side, Ellie. What? We're a bit of a mess at the start, but I feel like we've really started to become a team over these past 2 months. Even when we're bombarded with the stress of daily life, we make time for the small things, like deciding whose turn it is to cook. We come to trust in everyone's individual strengths. It's not every day you find teammates like that. Well, may still be rookies, sure. It's too early for us to be able to tackle every problem by ourselves. But it's also too early for us to give in and despair and give up trying to fix things. We'll tackle each day head on. do whatever we can and keep relentlessly confronting the status quo. If that fails, we'll just come up with a new plan together. You, me, Randy, and Tio. And despite the way he acts, the chief is always doing everything he can to support us from the side. Heck, even Zeke has our backs now. But don't forget, Ellie, you're not alone. You're absolutely right. I'm not alone. I've forgotten something so important. Thank you, Lloyd. Even though it won't be easy to solve all my problems, I do feel a little better now. Glad to hear it. Still, apart from the lines that sounded like they came straight out of a teen drama, I was a bit surprised. I'm painfully aware of how cheesy they were, okay? What do you mean by surprised, Ellie? Because, well, talking about how I'm needed and telling me that you want me by your side. I thought you were confessing your love to me. Confessing? Oh, wait! That's not what I meant at all! Oh? So you're not saying I'm good enough, then? You know that's not what I'm... That's not it. Oh, come on, you're just teasing me now, aren't you? Just a little payback. You really should be careful, Lloyd. You might not realize you're doing it, but you really had the potential to be a serious womanizer. Hey, hold on a second. I don't understand if you're talking about Randy, but why me? The fact that you don't even realize you're doing it makes it all the worse. Good grief, Lloyd. I can't believe just hearing those words made my heart start beating so fast. What was that? Nothing. Anyway, I'm sorry I wasn't there when you reported to the chief. Did you guys come up with a plan for how to continue our investigation? No, not yet. Right now the case hinges on figuring out what Yin hopes to accomplish. Tomorrow we can ask around and see if we can find some sort of lead. Sounds good. Thanks to you, I have a feeling that I'll be able to sleep soundly tonight. How about we hold a meeting tomorrow morning after we get some much needed rest? Sounds like a plan. Lloyd and Ellie learned Star Blast. Oh, we got combination skills now. Oh, geez, what's happening now? That concludes this week's report. Warhounds they've trained may prove troublesome. If Master Yin were available, he would easily compensate for a lack of force. Very well. We shall continue with all our current operating protocols within the city. In addition, recall half of our personnel currently dispatched to Altair. Understood. I shall take my leave, Master Sao. Have a pleasant evening. Yes, to you as well. How troublesome. I'd rather not have to request the Elder's assistance. Such help would come with a heavy debt. If only Master Yin were more cooperative, our plans would be proceeding splendidly. Worry not, I plan to uphold my end of the bargain. It shouldn't surprise me that you were eavesdropping. Dear me, I fear I may have made a few slips of the tongue. Please, we both know you said exactly as much as you wanted me to hear. Just as cunning as ever. Me? Oh goodness, no, I'm no match for you. So to what do I owe this visit? Are you perhaps in the mood to call some warhounds for us? Your subordinates are more than capable enough to handle that matter. My role is to take care of Ravash's main force, beginning with that man Garcia. That was what you hired me for, was it not? Oh dear, you truly are no fun. It comes to my attention that you've come entangled with Arkansas for some odd reason. I'll have you know the CPD is quite good at their job, so don't do anything that will bring us trouble. Do I make myself clear? Heh, no need to worry. More importantly, what is your impression of the special sports section? Oh, so that's what you've come here for. Let's see. They're an intriguing combination of young people. Their leader, Lloyd, most of all. He's perfectly aware of his weakness, yet he continues to push forward with determination. He seems to have a strong intuition as well. To be honest, I quite like people like him. I was not asking you about your tastes. What about the other members? Again, each of them proves to be quite intriguing in their own way. Mayor McDowell's granddaughter possesses a keen sense of diplomacy and operates as the team's administrator. As for the girl from the Epstein Foundation, our orbital staff itself is fascinating. I suspect she has some special qualities of her own. Lastly, we have a red-headed fellow. He has a certain air about him, one not dissimilar to our own. Intriguing indeed. I must ask, why have you taken such great interest in them? I simply wish to put them to a little test. I was curious to find out if they were worthy of taking on a request from Yin. Doggy! Zeet! Isn't it a bit ridiculous? Despite all the work we put in, we had no choice but to hand over the case to the First Division. If Risha hadn't asked us in the first place, everything we uncovered would have stayed hidden. Yeah, you're right. If only there was some kind of diversion that would allow us to continue investigating. Let's think for a minute. We wouldn't know about Yin in the first place. Well, obviously Heiwei, considering that's his current employer. Then there's their rival Ravash in the First Division, who's tracking Heiwei's movements according to Dudley. From there, we can assume that Speaker Hartman, who's closely tied to Ravash, knows about him as well. That's the man you mentioned yesterday, right, Ellie? Yes, he's a career politician who more or less rules over the Diet, serving as the leader of the Imperial faction. Honestly, it wouldn't be far-fetched to say that he's Ravash's greatest supporter. Incidentally, almost all of Grandfather's reform bills were crushed by this man. I always heard his name, but I never knew how much power he had. If he's tied to Ravash, though, then Yin will be a threat to him as well, I imagine. Yes, which means they wouldn't have much of a connection. Tio? Randy? You two look completely bewildered. There's something we're missing? No, it's just... You seem to be in a much better mood today, Ellie. I guess so. I'm sorry about yesterday, everyone. I wasn't acting like myself, but I'm fine now, and I don't intend to be a burden to the team anymore. You've never been a burden to us, Ellie. Quite the opposite, actually. You help us out all the time. I mean, look at us now. Thanks to your political knowledge, we're making progress by leaps and bounds. Oh, do you really think so? Something smells fishy. Agreed, something is off. Very off. Wait a minute, you two. You know, now that I think of it, I could swear I heard a pair of voices chattering away on the roof from my window. I wonder. Congratulations, Lloyd and Ellie. I wish the best for you two. Hold on a minute. We didn't do anything that deserves the congratulations, right, Ellie? Yes, I mean, no. We're just talking about life and other things of that nature. Life, eh? Yeah, I talk life with the ladies now and again. So tell me, how far did you two go? Randy? Please, Tio's sitting right there. How far did you go? Is Randy referring to the intimacy people engage in while in romantic relationships? Nope, not at all. Lloyd and Ellie sitting in a tree. That's enough for today. Yes, ma'am. Sheesh. Me and Ellie together romantically? You guys know that. Oh my god, Lloyd! Why? Oh my god, you're a fucking idiot. Oh. Ah. Huh? I mean, oh my fucking god. I mean, I don't think we're all that compatible, and I really can't really imagine our relationship going that way. Right, Ellie? Mm-hmm. Oh my god. Oh, what's the matter? You idiot. You stepped right on a landmine. Oh yes, you are so right, Lloyd. All I did was ask you for some advice on a very unimportant subject, that's all. It was most definitely wasn't any sort of romantic atmosphere like you oh so graciously pointed out. Alright then. You know, by incompatible, I only meant that we don't exactly make a good match. Sorry. Yeah, you need to learn to shut your fucking mouth, Lloyd. Jesus Christ, dude. Well, either way, glad to see you got some... you got some more fire in you today, Mademoiselle. Ah. Yes, thank goodness. I was not sure whether or not you were going to stay with the CPD. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you all worry. I don't know where the future will take me, but right now I know this is where I'm meant to be. So everyone, I'm happy I get to keep working with you. Ellie. So am I, Ellie. Damn straight. Besides, doubt we'd get much done around here without you to keep us in line. I wouldn't have to be so stern all the time if you didn't try to wander off to the casino every other day, Randy. Well, that's enough of that. What should we do about the investigation from here on out? Good question. Could always attempt to corner Yin with a different approach than the one the First Division is using. However, that unfortunately does not do much to narrow our options down. Ooh. In that case, I've got an idea. How about we have ourselves a trip to Calver's eastern quarter? Well, we can find a few clues about Yin there. Oh, huh. Why didn't I think of that? Would the department even authorize a business trip to a foreign country? The eastern corner is far outside of our jurisdiction, after all. Tio? What are you doing? I was contemplating looking into the police database a bit more. Perhaps I would be able to learn about the First Division's movements and so on. If I already searched it last night, there may not be much in the way of new information. Let's try it anyway. Beats sitting here around here doing nothing. Ah, what's wrong? How strange. It seems as though we have received an orb mail. What's that again? Aren't they essentially letters that can be sent from terminal to terminal? Precisely. The peculiar thing is, despite being extremely useful, almost no one in the CPD uses the functionality. Most likely because not many officers are trained to use keyboards. And I'm one of them, unfortunately. Well, who's it from? Let me check. What? What is it? Who would this send us? I, Yin, hereby submit my support request to overcome this trial and face me. Only then will I grant you your mission. It's him! Is this some kind of joke? Tio, where was the mail sent from? Definitely not from the police department. Got it. It was sent from the International Bank of Crossbell, otherwise known as the IBC. What does this mean? The IBC is that bank that rakes in Mira from all over Zemeria, right? Why the hell would a place like that be sending us prank mail? Why do you assume I would know? I can say, however, that this mail was definitely sent from an IBC terminal. I have no way of knowing who sent it, though. Would it be possible that Yin infiltrated the IBC? It's not out of the question. The IBC building is home to quite a few external companies and organizations. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there's an Epstein Foundation office too. That is correct. An acquaintance of mine works there. However, I should have been more clear. Your mail was sent directly from the IBC's main terminal. Because of that, I think the possibility of an external company being involved is low. Well, we won't know until we ask them. I wanted our investigation to fly under the 1st Division's radar, but we really don't have any other choice. Yeah, going undercover this time might be a little tricky. Should we hurry up and check it out before they get in our way again? Actually, we might be able to perform our search in secret after all. Really? How exactly? My best friend's father works at the IBC. If we explain the situation to him, he might give us a hand. You think so? Hey, ain't that convenient? Well, mademoiselle, you got more connections than you know what to do with, don't ya? I have a decent amount. Unfortunately, I have no way of knowing whether or not he's even in Crossbell City, given how hectic his schedule is. What sort of position does he hold there? You may have heard of him, actually. His name is Dieter Kreuss. What? Ah. What? He famous or something? I'll say. Honestly, you can make the argument that he's just as well known as Ilya. Dieter Kreuss. He's one of the continent's most wealthy individuals and a leading figure in the Zemurian economy, as well as the current CEO of the International Bank of Crossbell. He's the top dog of the whole freaking bank? He was originally an old friend of my father's. But he's also kept a friendly relationship with my grandfather. Because of that, I've known him a good portion of my life. His daughter is one of my closest childhood friends. Wow, that's amazing. But even if he is the CEO, he won't be able to do much if he's not there. You're right. I heard that he spends almost half of the year abroad on business trips. Nevertheless, there's no harm in trying, is there? Even if he isn't in town, my friend might be. She may be able to help us. Let's do it then. We're getting somewhere with the investigation now, at least, but are you worried about the intentions behind the orb mail? It was written similarly to the threat letter, but his response for sending it remains unclear. Well, he went out of his way to send us a challenge. It'd be rude of us not to take the bait, you know? Agreed. Shall we head to the IBC then? Oh my god. Check requests. There's new requests. Fishing ingredients. Testaments training. I don't know what that is. Rare herb retrieval. And monster extermination, because that is always a thing. But just save the game. There's a lot of freaking dialogue to go through. Why am I recording? I don't remember pushing the record button. Ugh. But after that, I think it's time we ended. And maybe next week I'll do some 14, more 14, or I'll go back to this. It really depends. I wanted to take a break from 14 for a little bit. But anyways, you guys have a nice manga reading, anime watching, game playing rest of your night. Or day. I guess day is more appropriate considering the time right now. Anyways, see you guys until then.